guys, welcome to this episode of Angels Travel Unravel. This special episode or vlog, and this one's going to be really special for me anyway. In this vlog today, I was called out. If you guys follow my Jeep build, you'll know that I have a playlist of, although the channel is called Angels Travel Unravel, I have a playlist of all the Jeep mods and all the Jeep things that I've been doing to my rig here. My 2017 Jeep Wrangler Winter Edition, which is extremely special to me. We're going with the whole Game of Thrones winter theme. You guys know I call him White Walker. But what this vlog is about is basically there's like a chain letter going around YouTube, started by a couple of YouTubers who had Jeeps, and what they've done is they've called it My Jeep Story, and it's essentially just you telling your story of how you got into your Jeep. And so I was called out by a couple Jeep owners on YouTube. BlackedOUTJeepWrangler, thank you for calling me out, as well as Talesfromthedashcam. He also has a Jeep Wrangler as well. So he called me out in the comments section of BlackedOUTJeepWrangler's video, and then BlackedOUTJeepWrangler also followed up, and I wanted to hear my story as well. So here it is, guys. It's really not that complicated. Mine really started from when I was a kid. I've always seen the Jeep Wranglers. I was always a fan. Back at the time when I was really interested in them, they had only the two-door versions. It really started when I was a kid, and I used to play with the green plastic soldiers. If you guys are familiar with those, I used to play with my brother, and the one that we had used to actually have a little Jeep inside of there, a little war Jeep, and we used to put the toy soldiers on top of the Jeep and drive around the terrain. And I always told myself, man, this is such an awesome vehicle. It's been around since 1941. It's really an American icon. The Jeep Wrangler is kind of like the Porsche 911 in the sense that it's an iconic vehicle. It's never going to change much, and it really hasn't. I mean, the Jeep Wrangler itself, if you date it back to 1941, it really hasn't changed much. It's an iconic vehicle. And it's an American, and really an American icon. Whenever you see a Jeep Wrangler, you think of an American vehicle. And ever since then, playing with those toy soldiers and growing up, and then growing up in the Pocono Mountain, and in the Poconos, up in those mountains is where I saw all of them. And I'll tell you, it was really special to me to really see all these lifted Jeeps, everybody waving at each other, really being a part of this like exclusive club. And they're really cool vehicles. They're really, you can take the top off, you can take the doors off, nobody bothers you. There's a lot of cool, unique things about them. And so when I was good and ready, I finally went and got one. This guy right here. It's my first Jeep Wrangler. I've been a Jeep owner for a while though. So back in 2013, I had a Jeep Compass, had that for a few years. Then I traded it up and went to a Grand Cherokee altitude package. I really like that white on black, which I kind of stuck with this guy here. And I had that for a few years, and then I told myself, let's go ahead and get a vehicle that's long term, is going to be awesome in the winter time. Because here in New York we do have some bad winters. I really just settled once I walked into the showroom. I actually wasn't even looking for this one. I was looking at a Jeep Wrangler Altitude Edition, and walked in and saw this one in the showroom and decided I had to have it. And I really wanted a vehicle that you could really make your own. There's no two alike. You really can make it your own with all the customizations, and for that reason, that's really why I wanted to get into them. It's a family, it's a community. Nobody bashes each other, whether or not you have a lifted Jeep, whether or not you have a Jeep that you keep stock, or whether or not you have a Jeep that you completely make your own. It's all one family. We all can go off-roading together, and everyone, whether you off-road, whether you mall crawl, at the end of the day, we're all one big family. So we always make sure we wave to each other. If you don't wave, make sure you do. And yeah, guys, I mean, that's my Jeep story. So at the end of this story, I'm supposed to call out 3 other fellow Jeep Wrangler owners, and honestly, I don't have anyone else who I want to call out. But one thing that I do want to say is that if you are watching this video and you are a Jeep Wrangler owner and you have a YouTube channel, or even if you don't have a YouTube channel, make one and tell us your story. Tell me your story. I really want this thing to keep on going, guys. It's really, really special. It's really special that this was that this started on YouTube, and let's go ahead and keep the ball going. So again, if you do have a Jeep Wrangler and you're watching this video and you haven't told your story yet, make sure you tell your story, and make sure you comment below, and make sure you like, so that I can go ahead and look at your Jeep story as well. Thanks for watching, guys.